Chairman, Mr.Hans Verma, to address us about our future growth, about the strategy. In fact, during our annual meet also, sir supposed to have come, but due to his prior commitments and unavoidable reasons, he could not make it. So today we are fortunate to have sir. Over to you.
All are there? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Friends, good evening. First, my apologies for not being into ITCOT meet. I was preoccupied with the Delhi visit that time. This is a town hall meeting, very informal, a very freewheeling discussion with the organization. I propose to have this meeting once in a quarter with you, share thoughts with you as I perceive the changing world and what I can pass on to you, what I have learned in my career and what I continue to learn. Friends, it's a VUCA world, volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous. If you want to stay ahead of the curve, you have to update yourself. All of us are fighting irrelevance on a daily basis, whether it's individual, organization, society, or a nation. If we are not keeping pace with the times in terms of the emerging trends, we will become irrelevant very shortly. Obsolescence is built in us. To stay at the same place, you have to keep continuing running. So continual reading is a must. A very young organization, a great future is there. If you want to stay ahead of the curve, you have to update yourself. If you want a better future, start imagining that tomorrow, today. All have the eyes, few have the vision. We are in the future. What will the future be after 3 years, 5 years, 10 years down the line? Are we ready for that? Something that is the thought that should continually engage all of us. Leave the organizational expectations or targets apart. Every day when you come to the office, end of the day, ask yourself, what is the value I've added today? Value to the organization, value to self. What do you learn today? What is the product outcome I've given to my organization? Ask this honest question to yourself. So this is negotiating the VUCA world. Now let's look at the national perspective. Today, the biggest challenge for our republic is joblessness. We are a very young nation. Median age is 28 years. Every year, 1 crore plus youth come to the job market. Where are the jobs? Today, you have a steady job. Count yourself lucky. For every one of you, there are 10 others without job or underemployed. So how does India address this issue of joblessness? The budget is very clear this time. Focus on MSMEs. India has to go for manufacturing, light engineering, where it is labor intensive and not capital intensive. You go to the first solar plant in Shriperumbudur, is a US company making solar panels. The entire plant is automated. There's hardly any manpower. India needs light engineering jobs for the youth. But if we have those light engineering jobs, can we compete in the world market? Is again a challenge. That means we need to skill the youth. So every organization, end of the day, should ask this question: number of jobs I have created today. The youth is aspirational. Youth is impatient. Youth is getting frustrated on a daily basis today. We will collectively fail them as a nation if we do not create those jobs that meet their aspirations. Today's youth is not the youth of yesteryears. Today he has got the mobile phone in his hands. He sees the lifestyles of the rich and the mighty across the world on the mobile phone. That increases aspiration. And the nation, we are bound to create those jobs that meets his aspirations and meets the career trajectory. And the only option is manufacturing and skilling. So as a job opportunity, a business opportunity for ITCOT, skilling is going to be a big mega bucks business opportunity. I discuss with your CEO and link up to all the skilling councils, whether it's tourism, whether green jobs, solar, wind, electronics. Government of India is going to has the employment linked scheme now. ELI has come as now into PLI. Skilling is going to be big things there. So skilling for the jobs is going to be a very big business opportunity for ITCOT, something we must capitalize on. Next is tourism. After textiles and agriculture, tourism is going to be a big game changer that will create jobs at the local levels. We need to create jobs at the field level, tier 2, tier towns. So the migration is not there in the urban areas. Because a salary of 15,000 to 20,000 is a very royal salary in the rural areas. His transport cost is not there, his rental cost is not there, and attrition is not there. Here, we must all learn from the example of Zoho Corporation, Sridhar Bembu. If time permits, please visit his office in Kas. I had the opportunity to interact with him very closely. He's got a very different vision. He's from Tanjore, went to US, came back in India. He says, I want to create rural champions, where I give jobs at the local level and create the champions who are champions for biodiversity conservation, water conservation, culture, rural champions. Attrition is minimal there. He says, just give me high quality broadband services. I don't need to have office in Chennai, Mumbai or Bangalore. I want to have the office in the small towns. And it's a vision which the nation is going to take as a model and take it forward. So jobs for the youth is a collective challenge for all of us. US governments, everything is decided on a basis of only one. Number of jobs created or lost. The US Federal Reserve rates are decided on that. That is where now collectively for all of us, it's a challenge to create jobs for the youth. So in your personal capacity or official capacity, when you interact, try to give your free time for skilling. It is a contribution back to the society. A society that has given you subsidized education, society that gives opportunities for education and employment. Try to give something back to the society in terms of contributing for the skilling. Now, the backbone of Indian manufacturing ITIs. But you know the status of the ITIs. Nobody wants to study there. The quality of the products is so poor. Now, Tata Technologies has invested 2,000 crores in ITIs in Tamil Nadu. 76 ITIs, average 30 crores they've spent. State-of-the-art facilities are there. Can you use the ITIs for skilling the regular students, plus on weekend upskilling the workforce? So this model is going to be tried out across India. Without a skilled workforce, we cannot compete in the world market. And when skilling is there, you says, skill me, give me a job. It is our responsibility. So friends, that is part of the youth skilling and job creation. Now, as a nation, as an organization, you're going to face 3 mega trends. You open any business paper, you'll find a number of articles on cyber resilience, cyber security, ESG, climate change, and geopolitical context. What is happening in Ukraine, what is happening in Middle East, what is happening in our neighborhood is there. So entire focus is on these 3 dimensions. Now, can these trends create opportunities for ITCOT? As the chairman of ITCOT, my job is to mentor and guide you. Cyber resilience, cyber security is again a big area. Look at that. Every MSME needs to invest in cyber resilience today. As we move towards Industry 4.0, we need sensors, we need IoT, we need the interface of cyber and physical interface. MSE is not ready for that. They cannot be in the old phase of production. If they want enhanced productivity, better inventory management, raw material management, they need to board I.4, Industry 4.0 revolution. There's an interesting center, not for profit, C4I4, Center for I4, Pune based. It's a hub and spoke model. It could partner with them in promoting IR4 among its clients and the MSMEs. So this has to come in a big way. Industry 4.0, something we must board the bandwagon immediately. It is best an opportunity for us and contribution to society. Second is going to be the ESG. The COP is going to happen in Baku very shortly in October end. The Paris Agreement COP21 on carbon markets, carbon trading is going to be finalized there. India is going to have a domestic carbon market very shortly. Carbon market trading is going to be another big opportunity to start preparing itself. I request our CEO and MD start forming cross-functional cells. Apart from regular work, cross-functional team from across the various verticals. It's like the shop floor quality circles kind of thing is there. They sit once a week, and these teams brainstorm and give suggestions. How do we engage the emerging areas? How do we capitalize the emerging opportunities? Carbon trading in the next 2 years is going to be a very huge opportunity. Similarly, the triad of energy, renewable energy, energy efficiency, and energy storage. Every organization has to onboard that. Small example, CBAM, cross-border adjustment mechanism of European Union, will come into force on 1/1/26. We just have 14 months to go. The reporting started last year. 6 sectors, high-intensity sectors, aluminum, steel, plastics, are going to be hit. Not only the major producers, manufacturers also. So MSMEs, if they do not factor in carbon of the products, will not be able to supply to the OEMs. And OEMs will not be able to compete in the world market. Straight, our products will have additional 30% tax. We are out of the international market. So units have started preparing for that. Similarly, we have the scope 1, 2, 3, World Sustainability Council. We have the business responsibility circle code of SEBI. Huge areas are there. Now, this is specialized knowledge. And request for, I have discussed with our CEO, very shortly is going to propose training program for 2020 executives here. There is one SWSPOT, Center for Sustainable Technology, Bangalore-based, and the UDM consultants. Together, they'll give a proposal. I request the organization to spend the top dollar in equipping the staff. Every one of you, whether you're dealing directly or not, should have a basic knowledge of CBAM, scope standards, and the business responsibility sustainability code of this SEBI, carbon markets. The basic knowledge is there. You will have the cross-functional knowledge. This will create a lot of business opportunities. Now for ITCOT. ITCOT is a boutique firm which will give bespoke solutions to the clients. How do we differentiate ourselves from the other big four in the market? How do we grow and become a publicly listed company? We need a roadmap for that. Northeast is going to be a big growth area for us. Apart from being a chairman, I'm also the director general of the COSI-DC. ITCOT is a member. It's a confederation of 60 organizations, state finance corporations, level corporations across India. We have a national meet on 6th, 7th, 8th in Guwahati. All the Northeast states will participate. MD is going to participate in that meet. Northeast is a big opportunity for us. Just a small, insider information. Every government department has got a mandate to spend 10% of the budget on Northeast. A huge amount, whether it's education, agriculture, fisheries, any department, 10% of the budget has to go to Northeast, because Northeast is very important for national security point of view. Economic development of the area is very important for national integration and national security. Is there. So Northeast is going to be another growth area. So friends, joblessness, job creation, riding on the mega trends of cyber security, cyber resilience, These are areas, and ESG, they're specialized areas. These need specialized knowledge and specialized organizations giving inputs to you. And we need to update ourselves on a regular basis. I always say in any event, two things you need: constant updation on a personal level. The day you stop acquiring new knowledge, you're out of the market. And organizations which does not, as a very young organization, a very professional organization, I see, and I keep coming here, the more you know collectively, individually, and cross-functionally, the more competitive you are. When a client comes to you, what is the key differentiation? What is the USP of ITCOT, which others cannot match? So when a client, prospective client comes to our table for a discussion, when a young officer talks about these mega trends, sir, are you on the cyber resilience? We can guide you on that. Are you on the ESG platform? We can guide you on that. Are you on the IR4 platform? We can guide you on that. Client will say, yes, this organization. Beyond my immediate needs of my business proposal, there is an organization that is interested in my long-term welfare. We are not dealing with clients on a one-off basis. We are invested in the long-term success of the clients. That message goes in the market. Business will come automatically to us. But for business to come to us, we need to be relevant and contemporary. What is happening today in the market, in the professional world, we should be ahead of the curve, as they say. When you talk to a client, he should go back impressed. Here is an organization where officers are know, every staff knows their stuff, only current stuff about the future will know. And they are my long-term partners. So this word of mouth will spread across India. And we are a pan-India organization. This boutique firm gives BSO solutions, very specialized solutions, which others cannot give to me. It's got a network across India. We will get business. So that is how our position should be there. Next is, I always talk about emotional resilience. Friends, it's a very stressful work. It is not easy. Your commute is stressful. Today, any point in Chennai is 1 hour plus. Especially on the two-wheeler you go. There's pollution on the road. There is road sense, the road edge is there. Traffic rules are not there. It's stressful. When you go the domestic life, personal life, everywhere stress is there. Now, how do you negotiate the stressful times, especially the women workers here? How do you negotiate the professional workspace as well as the domestic workspace? Same way for the male colleagues also. How do you reach the mental work-life balance? You need to be emotional. It's a straight equation. Deepak Chopra's book, just read it sometime. Okay. Ageless Body, Timeless Mind. The whole book, some 20 years back. Ageless Body, Timeless Mind. There is no difference between our mind and body. And which is the first mind? This is not the first mind. Your gut is the first mind. The proven fact today. The first sense of stress, distress, is felt by our gut system. You've got a straight, the vagus nerve is there, you've got a straight link to the brain. So, as parents, substantially your parents are there. What is the best gift you can give to your children? Gift of good health. Invest in your health, please. The story goes as Stephen Covey's book, some of you have read. 7 Habits of Effective People. It's a very simple story, he says. There's a man cutting a tree. The axe has got blunted. So passerby says, sir, why do you take a 5-minute break? Sharpen the axe and you can cut the tree faster. The person says, don't you know I don't have time. Busy cutting the tree. We all need to take a step back. Sharpen the axe in terms of renewal, rejuvenation of our physical, emotional, and spiritual dimension. Every human being is a composite of all three. Take time for self. As they say, self-love is the most important thing today. What do they say with the airplanes? When turbulence comes, what do they say? Mask will fall down. First put the mask on, self, then only on others. So if there is no self-love, if your body is not in a condition to take care of yourself, how will you take care of your spouse, your children, parents, others? It does not take much. 1 hour per day or 24 hours. Please take 1 hour of yourself, particularly the ladies here. I know pressure is there, domestic pressures are there, everything is there. Despite that, if you invest in yourself for 1 hour, you will be a better person, more effective person, more productive person. The balance 23 hours. The must. Practice self-love. Self-love is the best gift you can give to your family. Self-love is not selfishness at all, please. Indian systems, we tend to, put ourselves in the last, particularly the women, which is a grave error and a wrong strategy. This body, this health is paramount. Only when you are healthy, in good shape, in the three dimensions. That's not physical. It's emotional, physical, and spiritual dimension. You can take care of yourself, your dear and dear ones, loved ones. You can take care of your job also and be a more productive person. That is what is required today. And the stressful times are going to increase only, not going to come down. Targets are there, deadlines are there, everything is there. But if you want to be a productive individual, a productive mother, father, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, a good subordinate, a good boss, you have to practice the self-love of investing in yourself every day, minimum 1 hour. It's easy to say, I'm too busy. No. Take the time off. Take the morning time off, 5 to 6. Any time at your convenience. But that 1 hour belongs to you exclusively. This strategy, if you follow, investing that 1 hour in yourself, will lead you to tremendous outcomes across all the dimensions you interact with. So this is where the emotional resilience comes into play. World is not going to be easy. You have to be emotionally resilient to face the world. The world is not going to be a bed of roses. Let's be very clear. The institution of marriage, the institution of society, joint family, everything is coming under stress today. There's about in India. The fact of life. Life will throw curveballs, as they say in baseball terminology in US, or googlies in cricket, they say at you constantly. Are you ready for that? That is where is emotional resilience for investing in self. All of us, friends, between a stimuli and a reaction, there's a gap. That gap is your wisdom. Be wise in that. Choose to be wise. A colleague does something, a child does something, a does something. Easy to react in anger very easily. We are very short-tempered of late. Because our tolerance has come down. Anger is the last resort a human being can do. When you're angry, you lost control of the situation. And it's very easy for you to say that, don't be angry. All of us tend to get angry. But can you control that anger? Can you control a negative emotion? A child wants some time from you. For children need not quality but quantity time. It's easy for a parent to snap at a child or at a spouse or at a relatives there. So when there is a stimuli, a reaction which is not as per your worldview, as per expectation, put a pause there. In that pause is your wisdom, and you do not react to the situation. Take time off. Just pick up the Stephen Covey's books. He has written several books out there. I request our CEO to build a library here. It can be anywhere. He has written several books. 7 habits of individuals, effective families. But what I'm saying is the basics is told here. And these basics are across all the self-help books. Today, what we see at the airport is nothing but recycling. What Dale Carnegie wrote back, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Norbert Vincent Peale's books of positive thinking. All are basics which the present authors have picked from them and written, recycled the stuff. Read those old books, classics of self-help, and friends will find definitely a lot of knowledge, a lot of takeaways for you. Not only that, this knowledge should be passed on to your circle of loved ones, dear and dear ones. That is how we grow, we mature as a responsible person. All of us have got responsibilities. As a son, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, mother, father, spouse, all responsibilities are there. And we cannot shirk the responsibilities. We have to discharge the responsibilities because that is what is called duty. It's easy, especially for the colleagues. Any ism is bad. Workaholism, alcoholism is bad. What do male colleagues do, as my experience telling you, is they start rationalizing themselves. They start avoiding the family time and spending time in the office, sitting late. With what logic they'll give is, I am spending time for my family only. But that's the wrong strategy. Home is the emotional battlefront, friends. It's not easy managing emotions. Office is a rational word. It's a very simple word is there. You ring the bell, how you wake up. You're not dealing with emotions here. You're dealing with rational people only here. But home is a battlefront of emotions. When you go home, your spouse wants time. He or she wants to discuss her or her problems. Child wants time. In-laws want time. The pressures are there. So how do you manage the emotional landscape of a home will decide how effective your family is. Today, you need to rear children very effectively. The challenge again for the young generations. Earlier, we had joint family systems where your grandparents, chitti, ecosystem was there to take care of the children today. Today, most of you are living in nuclear families, husband, wife, 1 or 2 children, a small flat. Who is going to take care of the children? Hillary Clinton has told it takes a village to raise a child. You look at old times. A child had company across in the full village. Today, child does not have company. And if you want your children to be emotionally well-adjusted children, to be capable of leading their lives in a very, very effective manner, you need to give time to them. And time is a scarce commodity today. It's not, time is very limited, like 24 hours. So how do you balance? So individually, collectively, as society, friends, we are all facing challenges. There is nobody in this world without a challenge. Each of us has got a unique set of challenges. And everyone's life context is different. My life context is different from your life context. Each of us must have localized the solutions for respective life context and situation. So that is how this organization should brand itself as a happy workplace, where this organization, apart from dealing with employees, not as an official statistic or an employee, but only as a family member, ITCOT as an employer is invested in the emotional well-being of its employees. ITCOT is invested in the well-being of their families. Because ITCOT understands that if my employee is happy at the family end, he's a more productive employee. If my employee gets a baggage of the family tensions, problems, he's not happy there, he will not be able to give, he or she will give the best in the organization. And this is the key differentiation across organizations. What is management? Management is 20% management, 80% psychology. We are all dealing with human mind. And great organizations, great leaders, great CEOs are able to harness the power of positive psychology in their employees, synergy among that of the psychology, and create a great organization. Organizations that don't do that fall by the wayside. You read any management book on that. This is the key differentiation of the organization. One more challenge that is going to happen is happening today is Gen Z, millennial employees are there, youngsters are there. They require passion. They need purpose. There's a new trend of white quitting happening in the organizations. Youngsters are a different lot. They need a purpose. They need an organization that aligns their passion, purpose with the alignment of the organization. So as we go for a new workforce, as youngsters join us, we need to treat them separately. They are not like the old employees today. The Gen Z, the millennials are a different lot today. Their thought process is different, properly harnessed. The power of innovation, creativity, and productivity can be a force multiplier for this organization. So thoughts what I'm sharing with you, friends, are not ITCOT. It is pan organization. General management thoughts are there. And I have practiced this philosophy right from a day one in my career. Any organization I was there. Today, organizations are telling that you teach life skills to the employees. I used to have all my review meetings, first session with life skills. What I'm sharing with you, I used to teach my employees 30 years back. These things there. Any organization, life skills, how to manage your life, work-life balance, and for the senior employees, dealing with children is going to be a challenge, friends. As Kyle Gibran says, they're very telling you upfront, but be ready for that. Your children, not your children. They are sons and daughters of life longing for itself. Kyle Gibran is a very famous American Lebanese poet. Your children are not your children. They are sons and daughters of life longing for itself. You are the bows, they are the arrows, shot forth. They live in a world you can't visit in your dreams also. Which means, please have zero expectations from your children. As a parent, your job is to educate them. That's your karma. But do not make it transactional. This is for society, this is a new trend. Children take care of us, it's a bonus. They don't take care of us, this somebody will not take care. So do not make it transactional. The mushrooming of old age homes. Loneliness is the big challenge today for the worldwide. UK has got a ministry for loneliness. Loneliness is a killer of health. And urban areas where neighbors we don't know. It's again a big challenge for senior citizens. So dealing with children, I always tell all my employees, deal with them when they're adults with dignity and respect. Never compromise your dignity and self-respect with them, vis-a-vis with them, adult children and their spouses. You give them education, your duty. They are well placed, good. But do not compromise dignity. And particularly, all senior officers here, do not transfer your property to your children, please. Do not make that blunder, please. Make it to your spouse after you. Only after a spouse will go to the children. N number of people have made the mistake of doing this out of love and affection. And you'll be surprised. See, children have thrown them out of the house. It shouldn't happen to any of us, but it is a possibility. It is a fact of life, it is. And this happened to not only to across data, highest level officers have suffered with this. Chennai, several cases. So your duty is to your spouse, please. Your assets should go to your spouse after you. After her, they go to the children. Please take this precaution today. Loneliness, dealing with children is a challenge. As they say, let them go. You give them education to them. If they do for us, it's a bonus, it's a plus. If they don't do for us, it's about not be there. It's a fact of life. Be ready for this. So that is when society is changing very rapidly. Our norms are broken down, the joint family, everything has gone away today. It's a new generation we're dealing with. So right from Gen Z, youngsters, millennials, to senior citizens, the entire spectrum of life you have to deal with. And organizations should keep having these kind of organizations, interactions for all our employees. It's a must. So friends, summing up, the good interaction with all of you. Joblessness is a challenge for Indian public. Skilling light manufacturing is going to open up huge opportunities for us. ITCOT should capitalize on that. ITCOT should spend its top dollar on skilling all of you. Each of you should have cross-functional knowledge of these basics of high-end manufacturing, IR4, and ESG. No business can grow without this. As stick for any banker, we used to always see that we are lending for 7 to 9 years time horizon. Is the money safe? Today the business looks good. Tomorrow a black swan event of CBAM, something comes into play. You lost your money. That is what you must advise your client. On board these emerging trends, you have to start imagining the future of tomorrow. Then you can create a future today. Stay out of the curve. And most important is, as individuals, you must be updated, emotionally resilient, well-adjusted human beings. That's very, very important for all of us. A well-adjusted human being is an asset for the organization, for the family. And children learn from you. As human beings, we are prone to all the basic emotions. That is human nature. And this nature has not changed at all. Right from 3,000 years back, Tirukural days, Mahabharata days, days of Bible, anything you see, the same emotions of anger, jealousy, envy are there in us. Only human nature has not changed. Human nature has not changed at all. But with the current context and a society that is on the move, also where the joint family is broken down, that the biggest challenge for Indian families today. Indians pride ourselves as family people, but unfortunately, the family systems is not there for us. In that, how do we negotiate for the future of our children? How do we ensure that our children are well-adjusted and productive human beings in the future? How do we ensure that you as an individual is at the optimum level on your physical, spiritual, and emotional dimension? Nothing will come your way. And friends, in an era of instant gratification, you cannot buy this off the shelf. There is nobody who can give you a solution for the problems or issues you are facing. You have to work for hard on that. Solutions have to come from within. Solutions have to come with self-awareness and self-knowledge. You have to work hard for that. Nobody can give you instant solutions on this. Nobody can solve your problems for you. Only you can solve your problems by taking a very informed, balanced decision. And this you can do when individually you are well adjusted. Who is investing that 1 hour, I was telling you, 1 hour, the golden hour of your time. Whatever time in the day, invest that 1 hour in. And you will find tremendous results there. Friends, I am very confident that ITCOT as a boutique organization has got that knowledge. As chairman, I'll give you the All India platform, but business opportunity will come. And with our specialized and cross-functional knowledge, we can stand apart, differentiate ourselves in the crowded marketplace. And I'm sure very shortly, CEO will organize a ESG training program for all of you. One full day will happen. 2 experts will come. They'll take you end to end. And end of the day, you see yourself, the knowledge you get is a game changer of force multiplier. So ITCOT is powered by intellect. That should be your USP. That should be your strength. ITCOT is powered by intellect. ITCOT is powered by its workforce, which is very, very strong on the 3 dimensions of emotional, spiritual, and physical dimensions. With these words, friends, all the very best. Thank you.
Propose vote of that.
How long it was? Half an hour?
More than that, sir.
More than that.
For the time, all the day. 30 minutes.
Thank you all for joining this meeting. Thank you for great presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you.